Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is a continuation of one of my previous video in which I explained 10 important questions for your CAPM and PMP exam. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you another 10 questions which are very important for your CAPM or PMP exam. So without doing any delay, let's get started. Let's see our very first question. So the question number 1 is, a project has a budget of $578,000 and is 60% complete, but the project manager has spent $425,000 to date. What is this project's cost performance index? So it's very clear from the question that you need to calculate CPI for this project. So to calculate the CPI, you already know the formula. It's earned value divided by actual cost. In the question, actual cost is given as $425,000, but earned value you need to calculate. So it's in the very first line of this question that project has this budget and is 60% complete. So here your earned value is 60% of your total budget. So it's 5,78,000 multiplied by 60 divided by 100. That will give your earned value as $3,46,800. Now to calculate the CPI, you know that it's earned value divided by actual cost. That will give you your answer as 0.82. So your correct answer is option 2 here. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2 is, what is training considered to be with regard to the estimate cost process? So in this scenario, if you will see all the options, then you will find that option number 1 is correct. Training is an example of the cost of quality. The cost of quality is the amount of funds the organization will need to spend to ascertain the expected level of quality the project demands. B, C, and D are incorrect because team development may have cost, but the cost of quality is the more accurate answer because it is one of the tools and techniques for the estimate cost process. Fixed costs are the costs that remain steady throughout the project, such as equipment rental. And then variable costs are costs that fluctuate through the project. Now let's move to the next question, which is question number 3. The tools and techniques for the managed project knowledge process include interpersonal and team skills. This tool and technique can use 5 tools. Which one of the following is not part of the tools and techniques for the interpersonal and team skills of the managed project knowledge process? So here they are asking for the interpersonal and team skills. Meeting arrangement is the correct answer. Interpersonal and team skills for the managed project knowledge process do not include meeting management. A, B, and C are incorrect because the 5 tools and techniques that make up interpersonal and team skills are number 1, active listening, number 2, facilitation, number 3, leadership, number 4, networking, and number 5 is political awareness. So meeting management is the only option that is incorrect in this case. Now let's move to the question number 4. The difference between what was planned and what was experienced when it comes to the cost can be best described as which one of the following? Assumption, variance analysis, constraint, correct action. So this question is very simple. We know that option 2 is correct. The difference between the estimated cost and the actual cost is known as cost variance. Here A, C, and D are incorrect. Let's move to the next question. Question number 5. Which of the following is an output of the sequence activities process? So you can see all the 4 options and our correct answer in this case is option number 1, which is project schedule network diagrams. The sequence activities process creates just two outputs. One is project schedule network diagrams and the other is project document updates. So it's very simple. All the three options 2, 3 and 4 are incorrect in this case. Let's move to the question number 6. One of the tools and techniques for the planned risk responses process is the strategies for positive risks or opportunities. Which of one of the following is the best example of a positive risk response? The options are accept, transfer, mitigate, share. I have explained this in the last video as well. There are two kinds of risk, positive and negative. For positive risk responses, we have the methods like enhance, share, exploit, accept. And for negative, we have the methods like avoid, transfer, mitigate, and accept. Here, the fourth option, share, is correct because sharing is a positive risk response that happens when an organization shares a positive risk with any another entity. A, B, and C are incorrect here because accepting is tempting because it can be used for both positive and negative risk. But sharing is the best example of a positive risk response. Transference is for negative risk because it actually mitigates a risk, and mitigating is a negative risk response. So now let's move to the question number 7. Which tool and technique in the define activities process uses iterations of planning to plan for the imminent activities at a detailed level and future activities at a high level of detail? Options are decomposition, progressive elaboration, rolling wave planning, expert judgment. Here, rolling wave planning, option C, is the correct answer. Because rolling wave planning creates plans for the most imminent activities in detail, while activities that are distant in the project schedule are planned only at high level. A, B, and D are incorrect. Decomposition is the process of subdividing the project scope into smaller deliverables. Progressive elaboration is the process of identifying more specifics about project work through a series of research and detail. Expert judgment is relying on someone else with more knowledge about project work to help with project decisions. So here the correct answer is rolling wave planning. Let's move to the next question. Question number 8. One of the tools and techniques for the management process is interpersonal and team skills. What type of power is the project manager using when he references the CEO who assigned him to the project so that the project will be done accordingly? So in this case, you have the options like referent power, expert, coercive, or reward power. Here, our first option is correct, which is referent. Referent power happens when the project manager refers to someone else in the company with higher powers to move the project forward. Option 2, 3, and 4 are incorrect because expert power is when the project team sees the project manager as someone who is steeped in experience. Coercive power is when the project team feels threatened by the project manager. And the reward power is when the project team believes the project manager can reward them for their work. So you need to know all kind of powers, which is very important for your exam. Let's move to the question number 9. Organizational theory is one of the tools and techniques for the plant resource management process. Which organizational theory suggests that people's needs develop over time based on their experiences? So to solve this kind of questions, first you need to know all this theory that I have mentioned in the options. So the first one is McClelland's theory of needs. The second is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Third is Hertzberg theory of motivation. And the fourth is Auchi's theory Z. Now we will see about this theory one by one. So very first, McClelland's theory of needs suggests that people's needs develop over time and are based on their life experiences. So the three needs in McClelland's theory are power, affiliation, and achievement. So in this case, our correct answer will be the first option. Rest B, C, and D are incorrect because Maslow's hierarchy of needs states that we have 5 needs: psychological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization. Herzberg's theory of motivation identifies hygiene agents that do not motivate but whose absence can demotivate. And it also identifies agents that do motivate employees. Then the last, Auchi's theory Z, sometimes called the Japanese management style, identifies organizations as familial environments where employees should be involved in the decision making. So once you know the theory behind all these 4 theories, then it's very easy for you to select the right option. So let's see the question number 10. Organizational theory is one of the tools and techniques for the plant resource management process. Which organizational theory suggests that the absence of certain hygiene factors can demotivate employees? So as per my explanation in the last question, you can easily select the correct answer in this for this question, which is Herzberg theory of motivation, because this is the only theory that identifies hygiene agents that do not motivate but whose absence can demotivate, and it also identifies agents that do motivate employees. Other first, second, and fourth options are incorrect in this scenario. So this is all about all of these 10 questions.
I hope this video will give you some guidance if you are preparing your exam using PMBOK 6th edition. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye and take care.